Okay, so this is something really cool. We don't often get one of these in because A, we don't get many 760s anymore, which was the evolution of the brick from Volvo, and they are super cool. But not only is this one super cool, it's got BBS wheels on it, which are custom made, and it's a turbo. I'm actually going to get Gabriel to talk about this because he's the Volvo man himself.
Yeah, hello. Yep, this is my 1983 Volvo 760 turbo diesel. I've owned it about 7 years now. I bought it in 2018, and it's probably a good bet that it's the only one left on the road and in the specification. It got imported into the country in '87, and the couple that imported it drove it about 2 years. They did a full country road trip in it. And
So they imported this where from?
from Ireland.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
And they bought it here to tour New Zealand, did they?
pretty much.
Man, sweet.
And then they sold it to the people I bought it off. Well, technically, there were farmers down in Leeston and just south of Christchurch, and they used it as their farm car, and the wife just used it as the runaround car. So, but they racked up a ton of miles in it. It's done over 200,000 miles.
Wow,
Yeah.
it did 200,000 miles.
Yeah.
All original, I guess. It's been a
Yeah.
Volvo turbo diesel.
Actually, it is a replacement engine.
Really?
They cooked the original motor by driving it from their shop into town without coolant after they were doing a water pump, and they put the coolant in it. And,
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
and cooked the engine. But somehow they found a replacement motor in a Christchurch junkyard with 10,000 miles on it. So this motor may have 30 to 40,000 miles on it.
So for people who don't kind of guess the idea of this, is these Volvos were super uncommon, and turbo diesels were even less common.
They were never sold new, they were only imports, especially for this year. I've heard that there were some special imports, like some special requests to get them new, like from like a few businesses. I think I knew there was a business up in Auckland who requested to have 5 740 turbo diesel wagons, I think,
Wow.
as their fleet cars new,
Man,
and I don't know where those are now, but as a 760 turbo diesel manual from this year, I think it's the only one.
well, man, these were horribly expensive new. These were like, this is dearer than a Jag XJ6. But I tell you, the interior's lovely at this one, isn't it?
So this interior has been fully gutted. It's got a brand new heater core.
Oh yeah, they do that. I
has
forgot
been,
that.
Dash has been out of it. It's got dynamat underneath. It's got carpet under the carpet. The dash has been out, and it's been insulated in the carpet in the dashboard to get rid of any rattles.
Man,
It's been fully cleaned up because it was a farm car. This car was filthy, and yeah, it's just been put in rattle free.
what a farm car. Man, is it like a sunroof?
Yeah,
Like
sealed
it's-
sunroof because they're terrible and they leak, and because they only rely on the hoses for draining. They don't,
Yeah,
they don't
you've
have
just
a
gotta keep
gutter,
them clean, I
so
remember
they all,
that.
They all rust.
Man, they used to leak in the interiors. That was the most annoying part about the sunroof versions of these. I had one, and it it filled the footwells, which are really deep in these, if I remember right. Man. So what? Like this is a variation of some Volvo engine?
No,
Like,
it's a Volkswagen 2.4 turbo diesel.
like a 5-cylinder or 4-cylinder?
6-cylinder, sorry.
Oh, 6-cylinder. Oh, good God.
2.4 6-cylinder. And this is the non-intercooled variant. I do hope to intercool it someday. I've actually got a wagon intercooled version at home.
What's the power on these?
109 horsepower from the factory.
Man, that's like that. That's a lot.
Apparently it was the fastest accelerating turbo diesel car, or just diesel car in general, when it came out. 12.1 seconds.
Man, yeah, that's fast for a diesel.
Yeah.
Then probably not that slow for now. Southern Viking.
Yeah, so apparently those are the,
What a great name.
yeah. So this car actually has a name. This car's actually name is Trevor. It was just seemed fitting to name the car that. So.
And it's AC as well. So it's an AC.
Yeah. I haven't fitted it up yet, but it is an AC car.
Is that the real turbo diesel badge for
Sure
that?
is. Sure is.
Man, this car, even looking slightly ratty, is imposing now. God damn, I remember
It's
these
very
coming out.
straight. It's all original paint. The bonnet is not its original bonnet. It's silver underneath, but it's been painted badly.
Well, that's kind of okay. That's kind of
And
like
the
just
rear,
adds to
and
the job.
I got the rear panel painted because it had roughened through. So the painters tried to match it up to how with the rest of the car. So you can see that.
Man, they did a really good job.
Yeah.
So the thing is, like, this is a bit of a joke between everybody, but ratty cars, sometimes we all try and keep them to look a little bit ratty.
Yeah.
Man, this thing's wicked. I love the wheels on it. It looks fantastic. Do you know, the shape of this when it came out was nothing but jaw-dropping. Like, if there's anything that really sort of says the sort of 80s, it was this. When did it come out? Wasn't it 81 or something like that?
82.
Man.
1982.
I remember jumping in the first one of these and it was like a spaceship compared to anything else.
So they released with the diesel and the V6, the PRV, the Peugeot Renault Volvo.
I hate those engines when they go wrong, but when they drive nice,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
perfect.
So those were the release engines, and then in '84 they brought out the 2.3 turbo 4-cylinder.
Man, I had a 2.3 non-turbo. It's one of my favourite cars ever. Like, these things are luxurious like you wouldn't believe. I mean, when they came out, like, the thing is, most people that bought these were people like college professors and things like that.
Yeah.
Like, people, engineers, and, you know, like, I mean, I'm no small guy. And there's heaps of room in the back of this. And it makes you feel like you sat, like, you know, imposingly in it. Also,
Yep.
it feels genuinely safe.
Yeah.
Like, even just being in here.
We just try to make it a nice place to be. So we got it's got a few modern updates with the double din Bluetooth stereo,
Oh, yeah, cool.
and then just aftermarket gauges with EGT, coolant temp, and oil temp, because the stock gauge has a mind of its own and just
Oh, yeah.
fluctuates.
They
So-
always had that. I remember
Yeah.
mine was the same. Do you know, it's weird. When you sit in a Volvo, they've got a certain acoustic level you don't get in anything else.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of sound deadening around them. And the speakers in these, we used to take these out when they were new. Like, if a Volvo came in, they used to have such a good sound system that we would all chase them. Like, they were just great. Really good cars. In fact, we're probably going to take this for a drive. Let's take it for a drive up the road.
You alright? You can hear it start up?
I want to hear it start up.
Got a bit of a louder exhaust on it. So it sounds,
Perfect. I'm sure it'll puff a little bit of black smoke out of this as well.
they did from factory.
Oh man, way, there we go. Oh, I hear the turbo whistle as well. Come on, let's take it up the road. Because not many people have ever been in a Volvo turbo diesel, so... Plus, it's always good to take a car for a drive every day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, turn it off before they do us for copyright.
Yeah, it's-
Thanks, YouTube. Just take it round in a circle if you want.
Oh yeah.
Wow, it's super quiet. Like, it's super quiet in here, you wouldn't believe it. There's a little tiny bit of diesel noise in it, but come on, that's face the reality. That's
On
how
the
they are.
highway, it's very quiet.
Is it really? Yeah, they used to say the same about the a lot of the Merc diesels. Well, if you're saying that you're in a double W124 non-turbo diesel, well, that's a lie, right? We know.
Yeah.
But like the bigger, and these were the ships of the desert. They used to call these things, didn't they?
I think so. I haven't heard that one, but yeah. Down here.
Yeah, this is my private test track. This is. Wow, it's got plenty of pull in it. Wow, what a refined car. Now, if you can listen to how easy we're talking in this is not the general rule of diesel anything. No matter diesel Volvo, it is really quiet.
Yeah.
A little bit of transmission noise, that's it.
Yeah.
Wow, and it's the 4-speed,
Overdrive
so that's
box.
overdrive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Clutchless overdrive.
very cool, man. I can't believe how quiet it is. You can, yeah, there's the test track area there, so you can turn around in there if you want.
I was looking around.
Yeah.
The thing with these cars, well, maybe this is a bit too narrow, but the turns is actually, for what they are, decent. But
Yeah, I was about to say, it's not
bit
quite
too small.
that.
Bit too small, but they do a very good tinning lock on these.
Man, I was always a fan of these. It's got plenty of torque in this, isn't it?
Yeah. I do want to up the fuel and add an intercooler at some point, but for right now, it's.
I can't believe how civilised it is, isn't it?
Yep.
So well appointed. And Volvo never messed around with anything, did they? They just give you what you needed. Like, there's not, like, this car isn't full of electronics or full of gadgets, it just does what it says on the tin. Basically, this is a nice place to be. I can see why you drive this as a daily. This is a nice car to use as a daily, really.
Yeah, I do use it as a daily.
Yeah.
So it was sitting, when I bought it in 2018 for $1,200.
Wow.
Rig on hold. It had been sitting since 2009, and we drove it straight up. They went to the local mechanic to just get a check over it, the belts tightened, and just, you know, make sure the brakes were, you know, in good order, and then just stuck it on the highway and drove it all the way up to Cambridge. No issue.
Wow, man. It feels like it just still feels like a quality, nice, comfortable car. Plush carpets, all of the niceties about it. It's just nice. Doors shut like a Volvo does. Just safe. I can totally see why people loved these things. I loved mine. It was great. I had a wagon.
Yeah, Winnie on the road nowadays.
No, absolutely awesome. Okay, well, really cool. Nice to see. And thanks very much for that. I hope you all enjoyed seeing something you don't normally see.